Friends is a popular ongoing fanfic by Wishluv, and it's based off of Clan's card Captor Sakura. And in each episode, we'll do a deep dive of a chapter. Let's get into it. So Melanie, how do you feel about birthdays?
So I'm actually one of those people that I actually really love my birthday.
Yes, I knew you were my sister. It's so few and far between of people our age. Yes.
I love my birthday. Like, to me, it's a celebration of life. You know, it's like another year around the world. And yeah, I love my birthday. And I'm not one of those, like, people that I expect, like, a whole lot on my birthday, but I really enjoy my birthday, and I still do. And I'll probably even be, like, 80 in my little unicorn rainbow things and my 5 pugs, and I'll still love the fact I'm turning 85.
That is the best answer, because everybody I know, it's like, ugh, I'm older, I wish I was young, don't remind me. No. See, for me, when I was 4, my family went to visit relatives in Florida and Louisiana, and back then we were Hindu until that trip, and my father's brothers and sisters converted him to Jehovah's Witness. So from 5 to 12, never had a birthday party, and no trick-or-treating, no Christmas, it's like no tooth fairy, none of that. And so that's it. So basically 5 to 12, never had a birthday party, and it was only around that age that I started going to birthday parties. And the reason for the change was that my youngest brother, he had really bad psoriasis on his hands and feet, and life was already so hard for the kiddo that when he came home with his first party invitation, my parents couldn't say no. Right. So he went to his birthday party, and then I went to birthdays that year too, and the next year when I was 13, I had my first birthday, and ever since then I've just made a big deal about my birthday. I celebrated, and I'm one person, it's like, it's not a birthday, it's a birth month.
Yes.
And I do something special like all month long. I plan multiple get-togethers with various groups of people, and for me, it's not what I receive, it's just time spent with people close to me.
Exactly. Yes. That's the only kind of bad thing. I would probably be the same way, except my birthday is literally the 2nd of September, so it's like pretty much as soon as like September hits, it's done. That's like my golden birthday when I was 2, you know? Whereas like my friend, one of my best friends, Mallory, like her golden birthday is like the 26th. And so when I think that's right. It was either the 26th or 28th. Man, I'm a terrible friend. But anyway, then she had a golden birthday that year for her like 26th or 28th birthday. But one thing I have appreciated is like Starbucks has started to release their pumpkin spice latte now, like right around my birthday. So I always joke with people that Starbucks present to me is releasing their pumpkin spice latte.
I love it. Oh, I'm so happy because I meet more people who hate their birthdays than love their birthdays. Aww. And the fact that Melanie loves her birthday just as much as I do just proves that we're like sisters.
Yes.
Okay, today we're going to be discussing Chapter 22.5, New Trial Special, Sakura's Birthday, Pink Ribbon Trees. Now, this chapter is released in April 2001, and it's actually Wish-chan's first 0.5 chapter. So, in real time, Wish-chan already posted chapters 27 and 28 by now, but this one is actually supposed to take place after chapter 22 if you really take a look at the timeline. So the word count is 2,765, which is a welcome relief to our audiobook reader. Everyone is in the 8th grade, and it's April 1st. On to the summary. On April 1st, Sakura called out to her family, announcing that it was her birthday. But as she remembered, her father, Toya, and even Kira-chan were away. To make matters worse, Tomoyo had plans with her mother out of town, leaving Sakura alone. She bought a cute pink outfit instead, and ran into Syaoran while he was doing groceries. He did not remember to Sakura's disappointment. Luckily, Tomoyo called Syaoran to remind him, and then we learned that Aaron and Erica cast a spell on his calendar, so he missed the date altogether. That evening, when Sakura was still out, a little boy gave Sakura a pink heart-shaped balloon. When it popped, there were streamers, cherry blossoms, a rose, and a note directing her to King Penguin Park, where all that was inside. She followed the heart balloons and the cherry blossom path, and that led to a forest. Syaoran covered her eyes when he met up with her, and uncovered them when she arrived at the destination. Sakura was faced with hundreds of floating candles illuminating the trees with pink blossoms. This confused Sakura, as none of the other trees have blossomed yet for the season. Upon closer inspection, she realized that Syaoran tied pink ribbons on every branch to create the effect of blossoms. She was touched. Syaoran continued to surprise her with his homemade Kiro-chan head-shaped cake, and they ate until Syaoran stuffed Sakura's face in the leftovers. She complained about getting her dress dirty, but she was speechless when Syaoran told her she looked cute. He asked her what she wished for, and she told him to tell her first. He told her to look in the mirror. At home, Sakura looked in the mirror, where she saw her reflection, and wondered why he wanted a mirror. On a side note, fast forward to Syaoran's birthday, she gave him a mirror. When he was confused, she said, "At my birthday, you said, go home and look into the mirror and find out what I wish for." Syaoran was stunned, while Tomoyo laughed and said Sakura was hopeless.
Sorry, I know I was laughing. It'd be so damn funny to me. So good. And now that has definitely become a running joke.
Yes. It's one of our favorite New Trials tropes. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. One's like Kai had to beg Sakura, "Oh, I like that mirror so much. Please give it to me," to save Syaoran from another mirror. So I was able to relate so hard with Sakura when she woke up and there was no one to celebrate her birthday with her. So while I was lucky enough to have a birthday party in 2020 before everything shut down in March, I settled for a virtual party in 2021 where we played online Pictionary, and then in 2022 things were open, but one of my 4 besties couldn't make it. Now, Melanie already knows the story, but I have to tell it again. In 2003, that was going to be the year where all 5 of my friends and I could be together, and I was willing to wait until it could happen. But the first weekend, one of my friend's husband was out of town and she couldn't get childcare. And then the next weekend, it was my other friend's sister's birthday, and then it was her mother's retirement party, and then another friend had like her kid's ringette practice. And I was like so frustrated, and I complained to Cameron for a week. And then the day of my birthday came, and he promised me, it's like, "Okay, do you want a present or do you want an experience?" And I'm like, "I want an experience." It's like, "Okay, we're gonna have an experience." So at 3 p.m. he presented me with my first surprise, which was a Zoom chat with my cousins, and he said that I had an hour to talk to him. Now, Zoom chats, they end 45 minutes after they start. So when I came out at 3:45, he was like, what are you doing out here so early?" And I went to the bathroom before I came out, and he had my phone in his hand, and he's like, "Your mom wants to talk to you," even though she already called. So I just chatted with her for like 10 minutes, and at 4 o'clock he came to get me. So I walked down the hall, and when I turned the corner, I saw all of my friends and their husbands and their kids. So Cameron pulled off a whole surprise party under my nose. And what's crazy is that he was cooking dinner for 10 adults. And I didn't even realize it because we had just moved in all of our stuff from storage. And we've been living on frozen pizzas and frozen shepherd's pie for the last month. And he said he's sick of frozen foods and he's going to make multiple meals and freeze it all. Little did I know he was cooking a feast for a whole house full of guests.
Cameron. I liked Cameron before, don't get me wrong, guys, but then when she told me this story, that sealed the deal for me. I was like, okay, he has my full 100% seal of approval now. And I remember, like, she was telling me about, like, oh, my friend can't make this, my friend can't make that, and I almost started getting upset with her friends. I was like, come on, guys. I was trying to be like, what the heck? But then when she told me that they were all in on it, I was like, okay, that's good then. I was like, I don't have to give anyone flack when I come see her.
So we have Sakura buying her birthday outfit, and at first I was gonna gush about like my own pink jacket and my own pink skirt, but like rereading the chapter I realized that she had a beret as well. That totally slipped my mind. So it looks like I'm not finished shopping yet. I need to buy a pink beret to really do the outfit justice. And it's like, not only did I miss this during like cosplay research, but I drew a fan art as well. So I don't know, that just went totally over my head. Tomoyo gets all the best friends points for going out of her way and calling Syaoran.
Yes.
And this is the point of the chapter when we learned that Aaron put a spell on Sharon's calendar, so he really thought it was March 31st all along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact that he literally sees her out and about, and then he's like, well, have a good day. And then she's like, okay, bye.
Sharon, wait, it's my birthday. No.
Oh.
So, this chapter may be short, but it gives us the trope of Sakura or Syaoran thinking about revealing their feelings, but actually don't.
Yeah, indeed.
Because we do get in Sakura's head, it's like, maybe I should tell him, maybe. It's like all of our hearts, we're just getting our hopes up.
Like, just shout out to him. Just say, Syaoran, I love you. I know.
But then the trials would have been finished back in 2001. We wouldn't be here today.
True. So true.
We get a scene where Sakura gets directed to where to go, and now I have to add a pink heart-shaped balloon to my cosplay checklist.
And you know what? I think this is where, remember when we were talking about the Christmas episode?
Yes.
And then for some reason, I thought the ring was in the balloon the whole time. I think this is what I was thinking of.
Yes.
It's because it pops, she catches the card, and then it tells her where to go or whatever. So yes. I think this is kind of what I was misunderstanding in my head.
Right, because like the cherry blossoms, dreamers popping, all chapter 15 hang a shining star.
Yep.
So Sakura gets to her destination, and she sees candlesticks floating on the pond and pink ribbons tied to the tree. Now, we all remember the pink ribbon trees, but if it wasn't for the fan art that I'm going to be sharing with you all, I would have forgotten about the candles altogether.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So we have a Kiro-chan head-shaped cake. And that actually pops up again during the Christmas special in Arc 3, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And however, this one ends up being in a cake fight, and which I've never experienced, thank you very much.
So yeah, I had a very specific rule for my wedding that I did not want cake shoved in my face. Like, that's really kind of a thing around here, is you'll see videos and couples shoving cake into each other's face. But I straight up told Pete, I was like, I do not want that. Don't even consider that being a thing. No, thank you.
Yeah, when I got married, I gave Alex, like, you know, a bite-sized piece of cake, as one does, and he kind of like exaggerated his piece, but I was still able to just eat it without making a whole mess of myself. So I think the real question of this chapter is, what was more shocking? Syaoran pulling off this big surprise for Sakura, or him telling her that she looked cute in the outfits?
Oh, 100% him telling her that she looked cute. It's actually him revealing his true feelings for once in his life.
Seriously, we never get any of that. It's like, Syaoran, it's like, he's done, like, what's it called? Grand gestures. Well, not like he's always done grand gestures, but gestures in general. So chapter 15, we saw what he did with the balloon and the necklace. So we've seen this before. But him paying Sakura like a flat out compliment, genuine compliment, it's like, wow. I think what surprised me the most about this chapter is that it's the origin of our famous go home and look into the mirror running gag that will end up haunting Syaoran for the rest of the series.
Oh, poor guy.
But, like, if it wasn't for his mixed signals, she wouldn't be this naive.
100%. 100% it's his fault.
So, moving on to Dark Forces Corner. No dark forces, but just dark ones messing with Syaoran's head and calendar. So, for fan art spotlight, I drew 2 fan arts for this chapter. The pink ribbon trees, courtesy of MS Paint. This was from 2007. And originally it was the fan art for the Fan Art 100 project. And so this is, one of the prompts was birthday. So let me pull it up.
Yep, I know this one very well. But you know what's funny is I've never noticed the candles.
The candles were there all along. And it's like, ooh, pink ribbons, pretty.
Oh my gosh. That almost seems like it's a
fence.
No, not that. But like, what's it called? A Mandela effect?
Oh, yes.
Almost for me, because I'm like, have they always been there?
Oh, it's funny. Mandela effect and neutrals. And then I drew Syaoran surprising Sakura in 2020 just because it was a pandemic and I felt like doing something fun for Sakura on her birthday.
It's so cute. And no beret. But it's so cute. I love it. And I love that you made his little outfit like a Syaoran outfit.
Yes,
It's 100% something he would wear.
All right, moving on to the author's notes.
Alrighty, so we have Wish-chan. Yeah, pure fluff for Sakura's birthday. Just finished it in time for Sakura's birthday. Sorry it's not that good since I typed it up in a few hours. I just realized today that today was April 1st, Sakura's birthday, and I needed to give her a birthday present. This is still a part of the New Trials and happens in the second arc of New Trials.
Yeah, so like we said, this is Wish-chan's very first out of order chapter, and fanfiction.net readers can't enjoy it in its order, but if you go on wishluv.com, she does put it right after chapter 22, so that's why we're fondly calling it chapter 22.5.
Yes. And you have a whole thing too that kind of puts everything in chronological order, right?
Yes, so if anybody's ever curious about the order, if you go to fanfiction.net, Amethyst Beloved's New Trial Summary, all of the summaries, they're in chronological order.
Yes.
You've been listening to New Trials, the podcast, where it must rain for there to be a rainbow.
You've been listening to New Trials, the podcast. Please be sure to check out the audiobook version of this fanfiction that you can find anywhere that you can find this podcast. Also, please be sure to check out the Facebook fan page for New Trials, where a big part of our discussions happen nowadays, and where you can be highlighted in our Alliance of the Stars section. And as always, please be sure to stick around next week, where Kai is going to make his very big introduction in chapter 23, Kaido Magician,